Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Is this the last? No, next week is the last Sunday of this month already. And we're going to be into the fall season. It'll be September 1st here so soon.
And I gotta talk to you about next weekend, because if we do a show, it's got to be like at your house.
Oh, you're going to be out here next weekend.
Yes.
I think I remember you telling me that, and here it is already.
Here it is.
Because
I know.
I can't believe how fast. I say this all the time, how just time flies, especially as I've gotten older. Time flies. Working from home, time flies more than when I had a job outside the home. I don't know why. I don't know why it is, but it just is. Does that mean I'm having fun?
Yeah, Victor was like yesterday, he was like, because we were talking about groceries for the week, he's like, you're only here for like 4 days.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, that's right. It's already upon us.
I know.
I'll be in Vegas for the weekend. And yeah, so, I mean, if you want to do this at your house, we can. If not, that's okay. We'll talk later.
Yeah, yeah. And the one thing I was thinking about this week, it doesn't really go with the whole time flies things, but it just goes with our mental attitude. When we were talking right before we went live today, Lucy and I, about what we wanted to talk about today. And a lot of times I have a ton of stuff that I'm doing or finding that I feel relevant to share. And then this weekend, it's just been, I don't have a lot of things, but one thing that did kind of come across my thoughts was our mindset and how important our mindset is. And I know when I hear that sometimes with people, I'm like, oh, mindset, blah, blah, blah. We've all heard it before, right? It's just,
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. But, I got thinking about it when I have gone into the store to source and my mindset is, oh, they probably are still out of stock, of this replen that I want. A lot of times they are. And, does my mindset really make that happen? Is it some weird, something that we put out there in the universe? But there are other times I go to the store and I have the mindset of like that my stuff is going to be there. And maybe it's not there, but because my mindset is like one set on abundance, I now am maybe finding 4 other things that I could get, even if they were still out of stock of the item that I had really wanted. But I go in with this mindset of like, I feel lucky today. Things are in my favor today. It's going to be a good day. Whatever that positive thought is, and things go good, right? You feel like you get the best parking spot. You hit almost every green light. You just feel like the universe is with you. And then there are other days you go out with that negative mindset and everything seems to go wrong. And it's like, do we really make it happen? Like, because we have this bad mindset, does that make a car cut us off? Or is it just that we're just more in tune with the negative things? There's just as many positive things that we're missing because our thoughts are already kind of just grumpy.
What do they say? If you look for the bad, you will find it. If you look for the good, you will find it. So I truly believe that if you are looking for something, then you're going to be your brain is actively going to point it out more to you.
Yeah. You've like made up your mind that today is going to suck, right? Or you've already made up your mind that this is too hard. I have already made up my mind that I'm going to do good or do bad for, say, Q4 on Amazon. I have a preconceived what the future is going to be. And we don't know. We do not know. So our attitude and our mindset really is so important. And so that's one thing I guess I did want to share is it is getting to be the end of summer. Kids are going back to school. It's going to be Halloween before you know it. You're going to be decorating your house and let's go into this Q4 with that thought of it's going to be good, despite maybe the fear of tariffs and cost of goods or whatever may be holding you back. Try to have that positive attitude.
So I had 2 things on the Halloween because it is coming, and I can feel it in the air. The wind and leaves are starting to change and stuff. So it's always fun to kind of have that end of summer, beginning of fall feeling. So I was at Safeway yesterday because I had to go get drugs, and they were putting out Halloween, like pallets and pallets of Halloween candy and stuff. So be on the lookout for those things to hit the store. Dollar Tree already had stuff out, so that was 2 weeks ago or something. When did I tell you I bought the candle stick? They already had Halloween out. And the other thing is, there are always cool new ideas coming out. Sometimes when I think of private label, I'm like, oh, everything's been done. There's no new ideas. Well, here's the newest idea that I think is absolutely fabulous, super cheap, easy to do. Wish I'd thought about it. Probably already flooded now. They have these, how we used to go to the Dollar Tree and get like the door covers that were whatever, skeletons, pumpkins.
Yes.
All the seasons have them, a door cover, and you tape it onto the door, and it's a cheap piece of plastic. Those still sell on Amazon, just FYI out there. They now have private label people are doing a fabric cover that is almost like a fitted sheet. Imagine like a twin fitted sheet with whatever your design is, and you put it over the door, and it just kind of has like a little elastic on around the corners so that it doesn't wave. You don't have to apply tape. You just hook it up. And when you're done with the season, you fold it up and put it away. And they have this for your garage door and your front door in the coolest spooky season stuff that I was looking at. And I'm like, what a great private label idea. I don't know if anybody has patented that idea or, if it's completely flooded right now. Obviously, it's too late to do for Halloween, but you can do that for any of the seasons. But those are the types of private label ideas that I absolutely love. How cheap is that to make, Tina? Like, that's got to cost you less than $3, even
Yeah,
with
there are some really inexpensive things that you can do.
Yeah, and getting it shipped, it's flat, it's fabric, it's not going to, hardly any returns, because what could it be? Like, doesn't fit your door, it's all stretchy fabric. So lots of good positive. When I'm looking at a private label item, it's got a lot of positivity to it. Now, I'm going to lead into another story about a private label. I dealt with a client this week that had, those bamboo wood boxes that you can put your Ziploc bags in or your saran wrap or whatever for a kitchen organization. Mm-hmm. He had one of those giant ones with the bags, and it got patented. So he wound up having to liquidate his inventory, and people are out there doing that. Like, they patent these types of ideas, and then all of a sudden you can't sell it anymore, and they're putting out IP issues for you. Mm-hmm. So definitely look for that before you start ordering your stuff.
I want to share this page because when you said you went to the pharmacy yesterday, I was doing research on Pinterest for things, and I saw this shirt, and of course they put gills because I'm sure they can't use the word pills. It says the pills are finally kicking in. And I saw that shirt just yesterday, and I had saved it because I thought it was hysterical. So yeah.
My son sent me a picture this morning of the napkins with the funny ladies on them, or not funny ladies, but the funny sayings on them. What are you cooking for dinner? Whatever the heck I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, that stuff always is a good seller.
Funny stuff sells. And so, talking about mindset, Nate, who watches us here on the show, and his wife, I was helping her yesterday. She's never really done Pinterest. Now, I used to go on Pinterest all the time, and I loved Pinterest. I mean, a lot of the stuff I decorated in my house is, you get your inspiration on Pinterest, and so I used it for personal, just inspiration. And Pinterest has changed a lot over the years, yet a part of it is still the same. Anyway, she's never done Pinterest, and she didn't even know how to create a pin, like knew nothing. And I told her, set up a Pinterest account, and, we'll talk Saturday morning. So in less than an hour, I taught her how to do Pinterest, how to make a pin, how to make a board, how to look around. And in less than 24 hours, she made her first sale on Pinterest. So, it's one of those inspirational type of things that even a newbie, even a beginner, you can go in there and just kind of navigate your way, give it a try. And she hit that green light. She got that parking spot, right? That mindset of abundance. And she has all year put her mind to that she's going to make money doing digital type of content, things like, you can create the t-shirt design and then get the royalty income on it year after year after year, as long as that t-shirt is relevant.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really loved that. And now all night last night, all I'm doing was looking around Pinterest again and refreshing my boards and looking at my old boards of ideas. And so I do encourage you all, if you have never thought about Pinterest, you can post your Amazon links to your Amazon listings on Pinterest. You can get sales for your Amazon items. If you're an Amazon affiliate, you can make some really cool design boards with your Amazon affiliate links on Pinterest. If you are an Etsy seller or Etsy designer, you can put your Etsy templates, your downloadable spreadsheets that people make on Etsy, your downloadable diaries, if you will. People do a lot of digital content on Etsy. You can post all of that on Pinterest. So I found it really inspirational. Yeah.
Next week when I'm at your house, you're going to show me how to do the Pinterest, because I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, I go on there and I'm like, every time I click on something, it like sends me to another link, and then I go down to another link, and then I go down to another link, and I'm like, I don't understand how it works. I really don't
understand what is happening.
And I'm not. I don't know. I tried to set up the boards when I was doing all my t-shirts, which I'm still selling t-shirts. I sell a couple t-shirts every month. But I had set up the boards, and I still don't get, like, I did it, but I still don't understand.
Yeah, you're like, I don't grasp it. Yeah, I was a Pinterest junkie for years. Now, Pinterest has changed, and you're right. You do click the image, and you think you're staying in Pinterest, but it takes you to whoever posted it, to their blog or to the Amazon link. So when you click the image, it is redirecting you to wherever that pinner wanted you to go. So it does end up taking you off of Pinterest. So you were right.
Well, and that's the part. Like, I don't know how to make a board. I don't know. I'll show you what I got.
Yeah.
Because I have a business Pinterest account, and I have like a personal Pinterest account, and I know that I could definitely be utilizing it more, and I just don't understand.
Yeah, so like for your merch shirts, yeah. So, if you had your merch shirts that you're selling on Amazon, and you have 4th of July ones, Halloween, Christmas, snarky sayings, whatever, you can make multiple t-shirt boards dedicated to 4th of July, Halloween, Christmas, which right. Yeah. And it makes it nice for someone who follows you, or who also is a fellow lover of Christmas shirts, to follow your Christmas shirt board, because they like all the things you've been pinning, right? So it's all visual with Pinterest, right? It all comes down to pictures. So in some ways it's easier. We're not creating this full listing on Etsy or Amazon or eBay or, wherever we're listing at. Pinterest is nice because people just go there because it's a visual thing, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I kind of want to, I'll have you show me like what you do, because I'm sure.
Yeah, and then we can do a YouTube about it. Absolutely.
We could totally do it YouTube if you want to do that for next Sunday. We can do that. Do a Pinterest dedicated thing, because I have no idea. I'm so lost. I'm lost without Tina. Okay. you had something else for this morning, right? Because then I have a couple things.
No, we were going to talk. The only thing I was really going to share, which was really what you had brought up, was us creating a promotion on Amazon for an item you want to do a promotion. I just did one for one of my clients because they wanted to give a special code to influencers.
Okay.
And asked for a promotion, for me to create a promotion for them on Amazon.
Okay, let me share my screen and then make sure it's the right one. Okay, so we had gotten this there. Thankfully, there was not a whole lot of emails this week. It was kind of a quiet week in the Amazon world. Mm-hmm. Walmart still. I'll just share this. Walmart's still a S show. They have gated down all of the beauty and health and toys, and they're getting in with the compliance paperwork, and nobody has a way around this yet. I mean, I tried a couple things and that didn't go through. Auto denial. I'm losing my voice here, frog in the throat. Mm-hmm. But Walmart is still kind of an S show, so we are not really talking about them too much. I just irritated with them. I'm irritated with them right now.
Well, you and a lot of other people.
Yeah. All right. So they sent an email about coming up, and we've got in the fall, we've got Prime Big Deal Days in October, along with Halloween. And then we're going to slide right into Black Friday, Cyber Monday for Christmas. So there's going to be a couple big spots that you're going to want to hit. So I am starting to send in anything fall, anything Christmas, because it takes a while for your inventory to get there and then get moved. And people will start Christmas shopping in October, in November. Of course, the peak is going to be right around Black Friday to about, I'll say December 20th. Maybe the 21st is when I see that kind of cut off. But don't be afraid to send in your stuff on the earlier side, because I'd rather send it in and have some of it sell off before those peak storage fees kick in. Let's see here. So they recommend best deal, showcase your top selling. Everything that Amazon recommends is for Amazon's benefit. You have to understand. Everything Amazon wants you to do is for Amazon's benefit. Okay. Now, it may be for your benefit too, but mostly it's for Amazon's benefit. So they want you to have the lowest price, and they'll say, be competitive. Let's see here. Stop selling, visual, blah, blah, blah. Make sure that you have all your pictures and SEOs done. Minimum 15% discount off the reference price, discount 30% off or more during the events. I don't understand what they want me to do for this big deal days. I don't really do big deal days. Do you?
I do not. I absolutely do not.
I
really don't do anything for these holidays because I found I make a ton of sales whether I did something or didn't do something. The only thing I do now in my seasoned Amazon selling is that I will double down on some advertising to generate that traffic for those that are shopping. I also will create an item to be on sale. Like in the back end, I maybe will bump my price up to mark it down. So it gives the illusion of a sale when I'm still really selling it at the same price. So that's what I do in my account. Everybody account and what you're selling is different. If I was launching a new product, if I was launching a new product and wanting to get it going, which I have done during this time, I will give it a true discount. I will do a coupon, $5 off or $3 off, whatever is in conjunction.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about today is promotions. Right after this, we're going to jump into promotions. And I agree. Most of my stuff is either heavily advertised or there's a promotion or I make it look like it's on sale within the when you go to edit and you adjust your prices.
Yeah, if it's a slow seller, one that you want to move, it's a great time to put a coupon on it. And hopefully you'll get some of that dead inventory to move.
Where a lot of these best deals and lightning deals, this is if, let's say you sell a generic toothbrush and there's a ton of generic toothbrushes out there. It's a private label item and you typically move 1,000 units a month and you want to be really competitive and get 5,000 units moved in a month. This is where that's going to come in because $500 flat fee for a lightning deal, that's expensive if you are on the smaller side like Tina and I. We don't sell millions a month, but that could be something that you're interested in. Then let's see here. Coupons. That's what we're going to talk about right now. Well, not coupons. We're going to talk about promotions. Promotions and coupons are two different things. Did you want to highlight?
No, I just would. Because there was a comment, I just threw it up there for.
Thank you. All right. So moving into, there we go. If you are in your Amazon seller account, you're going to click the three little lines in the top left and you're going to go to advertising. And under advertising, this is where you're going to find promotions, coupons, your advertising board. I want to say A+ content's in there. No, is A+ content?
Under advertising, there are a lot of options to choose. Yeah.
I can't because now I'm into another account.
So under advertising, it starts off with Campaign Manager where you'd run your ads.
A+
content and Vine are for registered brands. And then we have deals, coupons, price discounts, and manage promotions. So I do coupons more than I do anything else. And I know Lucy has always done more of the promotions than anything else. And they changed the promotion dashboard a bit in recent years. And you have two options. You have buy one, get one as an option, which I never do. And then there is a percentage off. And it used to be able to do percentage or money off, but they no longer allow the money off anymore. So when I've done the promotions, I do the percentage off option.
So that is bring us to this page. And it used to be this right here would drop down and say money or percentage. And even as of, it was in the last 2 weeks, it would say that. But when you clicked money, it would then like disappear. So it was really glitchy. It's very common. And that's what irritates me with Amazon is nobody tells them. And so I have people that are like, I keep hitting money and it doesn't work. Yeah, because they took that away. Well, why is it still on there? I don't work there, people. I don't work there.
And before you go on about this, I want to point out that first line because I just set one of these up from one of my clients where it says share with Amazon influencers and associates. If you want to give an influencer a promo code, you've got to click that little box next to there.
Okay, is this for Amazon influencers?
It is. I believe it is even off of Amazon is what I believe. If not, then I don't know if this only goes to creator connections for Amazon influencers. But as far as I know, it can be for off Amazon influencers because you're going to create the code. You're going to create, Lucy 20, and maybe you're the one that's promoting it. And when you click that box down below, you do get to generate in a special, if you want to call it Lucy 30, Lucy 20.
So my knowledge of this is only for Amazon influencers and associates, and it goes into that dashboard area where people can then pick up those products to.
All right. Well, promote.
I give out promotion codes to people all the time, and I never click that because they're not within the Amazon associate people's.
You're right. At the bottom, it is Amazon Influencer Program and Amazon Associates Program is what that code is for. It used to be off of Amazon. You used to be able to give it to TikTokers and whoever.
Yeah. But yeah, they split it because that is fairly new. I'd say within the last 6 months, that button is now here.
Okay.
It used to not be there. Okay. So if you want it to go into the Influencer and Associates program, you can click that and target those people.
And that's actually great because as an Amazon influencer, I can tell you where I go to see what items I want to promote. I go to something called Creator Connections within Amazon. Yep. That is where I can see all of the different brands and what percentage I'm going to get paid for making videos promoting their product. So if you are a brand owner and you have huge amounts of stocks of things and you want to be part of that, I highly encourage it.
Okay, hold on. My best friend's messaging me from Timbuktu. She lives like 2 hours outside of Wichita, so it is Timbuktu. I always am on her. I'm like, you live out in the middle of nowhere. All right, so I don't know if you guys could hear that. Apologies.
Nope.
It's quiet now. So buy or purchase. This is where you can do every item. You can do at least an amount, and you can do a quantity of items. 9 times out of 10, I'm doing the quantity of items. But if you wanted to do every single item purchased, you could do that. So, let's say you wanted to give 10% off. We'll just do that for today. We're going to say we're going to give at least 10% off for every item. So then we're going to have to select either the entire catalog. You can do just the ASINs you want. You can do a SKU. This can sometimes be hard to pull. I've pulled reports because we wanted to do just Halloween items. And so I knew in my title that most of my Halloween items had Halloween. So then I went and pulled a report of inventory, then tried to sort and to get that. If you're dealing with a large amount, or you can just copy and paste in one by one. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people just want to do the entire catalog. And then let's see here. You can exclude items. So let's say you want to do the entire catalog except for your top 3 bestsellers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for that one thing you don't want to do. I will just I usually leave that blank because I'm typically getting everything that I need up here, but it's nice to know that exclusion. So buyers are going to get, oh, here it is.
Yeah. And see, that doesn't work anymore. You have
No.
to do the percentage off. Yeah.
Yeah. So fixed price. Yeah, you have to do the percentage off. I don't think you can move forward with this. I want to say that it goes into an air state. So do percentage off. This is sometimes where I need to calculate it because I've had people be like, well, it's $29.99 and I want it to be $24.99. So what is that? Well, you got to do a little bit of math. Bring up that algebra, dust off that algebra. You can ask ChatGPT if you're not good with algebra and do the calculations. Or, sometimes if you just say, okay, what's 10% off $30? What is that? Okay. And then try and figure that out. So we'll say we're going to do 10% off today.
Yeah, I think that's a funny thing about me as an entrepreneur is I hate math. Math be mathing me. So I do figure it out, and it's funny because I do my numbers, but there are certain maths that are not in my wheelhouse. Thank God for the intranet.
Yes. And yeah, I've really been liking ChatGPT for a lot of these things. You'll see it often opened up in my okay. So
you can be a successful online e-commerce seller and hate math.
I don't know if y'all have been watching South Park this season, but the latest episode was all a dig on ChatGPT. It was hilarious because it's so describing how I use ChatGPT. I'm like, oh my God, South Park, you hit the nail on the head there with that one. But yeah, so the guy like goes in. One of the funny things is his wife is like super irritated that he's using ChatGPT for everything. And so she's like, she always tells you something positive. So she goes to the robot and is like, I want to make a French fries that turn into salad business model. And ChatGPT's like, that's a wonderful idea. I think you've really, nailed it with fresh versus whatever it was. It was funny, but yeah, my husband and I, we totally use ChatGPT for everything just like that. All right. Set your budget. You have to set a budget. If you don't know what your budget is, or you're like, I don't care, I just want to sell units, then put like $1,000 in there. Put 500, 1,000, something like that in there so that it will go off. But if you're doing massive amounts, let's say you are selling 1,000 units a month, and this percentage off is going to cost you, we'll say $3 a sale, and you don't want to do more than $300 with that, then you're going to need to put that in here so that you don't oversell and lose money, especially if you're moving products that maybe you're taking like a little hit, maybe it's digging into your profit margins a little too much, and you want to limit that. You'll want to set that budget. So we're just going to put $1,000 in there for right now, because typically I'm like, I don't have enough inventory. Like if I sold all of it, I'm still not going to,
You're not even
I have enough margins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have enough margins that I want to make the sales. I don't really care.
Yeah. I want to blow through this. Yeah.
This one we missed. Applies to purchased items or additional items. So this is where it'd be like, you can buy one t-shirt for full price. And then if you buy more t-shirts from me, you're going to get additional. Yeah.
It's either like only one gets the discount, or all 10 of the t-shirts get the discount. Mm-hmm. I generally will let it be all of them personally, because I'm running that sale on that product. So I would rather make it, say, the sale of 10 t-shirts because they were thrilled to get it on sale. So they want 10, one for everybody in the family, versus like, oh, I only get one of them at a discount. Let me see if I can find another shirt. So my personal preference is I want it on all of it.
Well, this is more like you have to buy the first one full price and then the additional ones.
I've always thought it was the opposite way. Like you got the first one at a discount and then additional ones. Okay.
So the first one would be full price. The additional ones would be more. This one would be all the items are anything purchased from you is going to within this realm is. Okay. Moving on. Set your budget. Buyer benefits applies to the quantity of however many. We're just going to say one item, so we don't really have anything in there. Now, if we switched it around, let's see here. I think if I switch this to at least 2, well, I get the tiers. Yes. So now I can add tiers. So if
Okay.
you switch
The
that
first
for,
item is X amount, the second one, so on. So you could do like 5%, 10%, and give it more and more of a discount if they keep buying more.
right. So we'll just say if you buy 4 items, you're going to get 20%. 2 items, you're going to get 10%.
And I've seen these little boxes an option on listings, and sometimes they look so confusing. There are definitely products that do this on Amazon on the regular. And so I'm like, wait. And so sometimes when I go to buy, I'm like, I don't want 6 of them. Where do I just buy one?
Yes, but this type of thing may be good for your product.
Especially if you sell to business buyers, if it's something, think of back to school supplies and maybe teachers are buying them. There are definitely products that this very well does apply to.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I have a hairspray that I use,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw it on there that if I buy 1, it's a normal price. If I buy 2 or 3 or 4, then I get a scaled up discount.
Yeah.
Which, may be good, may not be good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Scheduling. This part drives me nuts as well because the longest you can scale it out for is 180 days. So I'm constantly going over to the ChatGPT or the internet and saying, what is the day 180 days from today? Now you can't put in that day, you got to back it out 1 day. Otherwise it says you're over. So I guess you could do 179 days if you want to, but I usually just type, tell my robot over here, tell me what the day is in 180 days from now, and then I just subtract 1 and put that in there. Promotion title. I don't really title anything.
I always title it. Yeah, I always title it, especially if it's a new product launch or I don't know. I always make sure that I put something up there.
Okay. And then tracking ID. Do you ever do tracking ID? I don't know.
That is where I always put that code, like the Lucy 20. That's where I always put that.
That's the next one. That's claim code.
Yeah. But I keep it the same. I make them match. I don't know why. I guess because I do that in advertising campaigns, I do it here too.
Interesting. All right. So if you want a single, you could do a single use code, group code, or no code needed. Mm-hmm. No code needed is kind of nice because you're going to get that discount anyways as a shopper. You don't have to click the button to get the code. Mm-hmm. That might be something that you want. I typically will do group because this is the code that I want to give to my influencer to promote that item.
Mm-hmm. And then you know where it's coming from.
Yes.
Which takes us back to that top question about the Amazon content creator, or is it for off Amazon promoters?
This is for anybody.
See?
I could give you the code. I could give let's say we wanted to make a promotion, like we were selling little scanners for the office, and we wanted to give all our viewers a 10% off for that code. Then we could say it here on the show, hey, use this code and you'll get 10% off of our
but product. You're not the Amazon content creator, like going back to that original point about what influencers can have a code. You see where
the Amazon influencer thing goes into the Amazon influencer thing, so that other influencers that have they don't watch us, they're just influencers and they want to find products with codes to buy the item and do the, let's say I had a baking channel and I was an Amazon influencer and a baking channel. I would go into my influencer program area and look for baking items that had codes that were targeting me. Mm-hmm. But for us outside of here, if I just want to promote something, or let's say I want to give somebody that runs TikTok and I want to give them a code for viewing and discount for the items, or let's say, you did something for me. Like I had a guy who had a dog walker, he had a dog walking business. And so he wanted to give all the dog walking peoples a code for 100% off so they could get a free item from their Amazon store. So he went up and did 100% off of one item and then only shared the code with those 10 people so that they would get a free product from Amazon.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do you want to allow this promotion to stack with coupons? Yes or no? Up to you. Depends how
I
many.
would say no.
I typically say no because I don't
Not
want
trying to
to.
give it away. Yeah.
And then one redemption per customer. This one's on the fence too, because if you're selling supplies, like pencils for teachers, you may want them to make multiple purchases. You may not want them to be limited to one. But if you're selling a, $80 kitchen gadget, you may only want that code to be used once. Then this one is important. Show the promotion on the detail page. My dog walker thing with 100% discount code, you don't want to put that on the page. Then you can that's how you wind up with a bunch of people buying your stuff for free really quick, and you don't want that. But let's say that you wanted to run a 20% off for Labor Day and you want everybody to see it, then you would put it on there. And then you can add something. So I would say something like 20% off Labor Day weekend sale. Let's just say good. No, I don't even want to say good through Monday. I just want to leave it at that because I don't want to.
See, and that could have been your promotion title up there as well, and it could be talking about using a promotion title. That's the kind of thing you could put in there as well. It could say, new citrus scent. It could, new citrus scent bath bombs. Maybe you've now added a new variation to your bath bomb listing.
Absolutely.
There's just a lot of creative ways I think you can use the titles.
Yes. And you have to kind of go through it with, like what is your target in mind? What are you trying to do with this promotion? Are you trying to move product? Are you trying to launch a new product? Are you trying to get a code for an influencer, or even like your mother? Let's say your mother wanted to have one of your doodads. You want to create a one-time code to give your mom 100% off or 80% off or whatever. This is a good way to go in there and do those things. I did read, my memory just jogged, multi-channel fulfillment charges were going to go up, because that's another one you can do if you want to just send out a free product.
Not enough people are dividing their shipments into 5 warehouses.
Apologies, wrong words. Multi-channel fulfillment, where you can sell it on eBay and then you go into your Amazon.
Okay.
Did I say it wrong?
Maybe you didn't. Maybe I just heard it the other way.
It's where you can cross-post your stuff and then go into your Amazon inventory and ship that item to a different platform, sale, or whoever you want to sell it to, have it shipped to. That cost is going to go up this Q4. That was somewhere in one of the
probably because shipping is going up for everybody during Q4, as they do every year. The post office, FedEx, all of it's going up.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so we wanted to talk about the Vine program a little bit too, right?
Yes.
Okay, did we miss anything on promotions?
No, I don't think so.
Any questions on promotions, go ahead and let me know. I will say that once you click through, it's going to have you review what you just did. Then you're going to click submit. Then it takes up to 4 hours to become live. Okay, so you're not going to see it right away. So walk away from the keyboard, go make a sandwich, do whatever you got to do, and then come back in 4 hours. Don't be like, oh my God, where is it? Where is it? And then once 4 hours have passed, go take a look at it to make sure you didn't do any major mess ups. Been there, done that, where it's like, wait, no, that's the wrong, I put in the wrong percentage, or, it doesn't look quite right. You'll want to go and make sure go look at your product and see what it looks like. And you will see those redemption codes up there, etc. All right. So for the Vine program, you can go to Amazon or to Google and see how it works. If you wanted to join as a buyer for the Vine program, you need to be invited. I don't think I've been invited. Have you been invited?
No, but I don't have a registered brand on Amazon anymore.
No, as a buyer.
Oh, no, because I think that to purchase for the Vine program, it's only a select group of people. It's not just for every Amazon person out there that does reviews.
Right. They said in here, it says that you must have an account, and you have to be putting out quality reviews to get invited to be a Vine reviewer.
Yeah.
So that's something to know if you are interested in
Yeah, and I
getting
don't
free
know if
products.
it's just everyday people doing reviews or if it is actually those that are registered affiliates that, meet
It's
a certain
everyday people.
sales quota. Yeah, I've always wondered.
It is everyday people that do reviews. You do not have to be part of the Amazon Associates, but a lot of times people are because they're doing reviews, so may as well. And if you are if you want to eventually get invited to the Vine program, what you need to start doing is do a nice review on every single product you've bought from Amazon. And that will lead to you getting the invitation. All right. So you get free products to review. I mean, who doesn't want to receive free products to
Right.
review? What does that mean for the sellers, though? Sellers, you're going to pay a fee to give out free products.
Yes. Yeah, you got to give away your stuff for free in exchange for reviews and then hope that they leave you a positive review because they don't always.
No, they don't. The idea is, though, that since they're receiving it for free, that they're going to most likely give you a positive review. And it is, I would say, the quickest way to get a bunch of positive reviews, but you are going to A, pay a fee, and B, give away free product. So if you have 100 units or 20 units or whatever that you want to give away for free and pay money, yeah, you can buy your reviews in that sense. This is about the only way you can really buy reviews for your products. And that's a business expense. You're going to write that off. It's part of marketing and all of that. And it's a good way to launch your program. Now, I had a guy who was like, okay, yeah, I'll give out 5 units. And I'm going, okay, 5 units is probably better than no units if you get 5 reviews. But 5 reviews in the grand scheme of things is not a whole lot.
No, but if it at least gives you, 5 reviews, you at least now have 5 reviews on your item. And I've seen people, that's all that they've needed. And if you're just a smaller seller that is launching a new product, I think that's acceptable.
Yeah, it's something to know. And then hold on one second. I gotta pull something real quick because I wanted to share something else. Oh my God, my computer is not working with me today. All right, I'll finish pulling that over there. This is one of the products that I'm working on for somebody right now. It's a energy drink. And I just wanted to show how it looks like in here. So they have two previous Vine things set up, but they have one Vine program enrollment thing right now. What do you call this? Like just one enrolled ASIN. They've got, I do want to say this, if you have a parent with children, you enroll that whole listing. You can't just enroll one child. You have to enroll the whole shebang. And you can only enroll a max of 30. So that's right here. So if I click into that, this item is currently on the way to the warehouse. So it hasn't landed yet. You can see here, action awaiting inventory. There's some available. Looks like there's some sales because we sent in 120 units. There's 118. There's 30 units enrolled, and it cost $200. So that's what I was going to pull up on this other screen, like if I could see the pricing tier for everybody here. But that's what it looks like. You can enroll whatever you want, and when people enroll in the Vine program, they're going to see that available, and they are going to get those units for free, and then hopefully leave reviews.
Yeah, and you like to think that they're grabbing your product for free because it's something that they actually want. So if it's something they actually want, then we're going to hope that they like it.
Exactly. Hold on. I'm just going to grab something to see if I can pull the tier. Yeah, there we go. Then I got to remember to cancel this. This is a different account. I don't want to go back to add. All right. 0 to 1 units is 0 sorry, zero.
Enrollment fee.
Oh my God. 1 to 2 units is $0. 3 to 10 units is 75, and 11 to 30 is 200. So this is what I wanted to talk about, because for little sellers like us, if we wanted to just have 1 or 2 units here and there, it doesn't cost you anything. So you can go and enroll each of your private label item or whatever you're wanting to enroll. And for 1 to 2 units, it's not going to cost you anything. So it's worth just getting 1 or 2 positive reviews to get that product moving.
That's what I say, especially when you're a newer seller that is just launching your first product. I think it's acceptable to do that. And at least it lets you just try it out. I've worked with a lot of people that just doing that 1 to 2 was all that they needed to get things going, coupled with advertising, and they were able to move forward. There are other people that needed to do a bit more. You will know as you work on your product.
Yeah. All right. I wanted to pull this because it does have, they have a coupon code. Now, I did not set this one up. I know he messaged me. He's like, I set up more things. Okay, I'll take a look at it. You have to enter in this code. This is going back to promotions. This is what a promotion looks like right here. Redeem up to 40% off with code blah, blah, blah if you qualify. So you just hit this redeem part, and then you need to fill your cart to qualify. So I don't know.
Yeah, so when you add it to cart, it should automatically take the code off. If it doesn't, it's going to ask you for the code. And so as a shopper, you can use this feature. And then as a seller, this is what this looks like, what we just showed you in the back end.
Right. But I think this is tiered. So I think it was 1 item was 10, 2 items was 20.
And that's why it says up to.
Yeah, up to 40. And I'm trying to remember, you know what, we can just go look. Hold on, I got to jump over to his account. Because I had pulled from the other account. Let me go over to promotions. Oh, there we go. Okay, so when you look at your promotions and go here, so we've got a daily budget. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 6. 10, 20, 30, and 40% off. So that's why it says up to 40%.
Yeah.
So you can have it tiered like that, and that's what it looks like on the receiving side. So on the receiving side, you'll see up to 40%, and then you can shop your items. The idea was he wants people to try maybe a couple flavors out. So if you're looking at this kid one, they have 3 kid flavors, 3 adult flavors. That maybe you want to try an adult one and a kid one. You want to mix and match. So that was the intent behind there. And so we put everything in, all the ASINs into that promotion so that people can mix and match in their cart. And then
but I've always wondered, because I've never used these on regular retail arbitrage listings. I've never tried this promotion, but let's say I was selling a Yankee candle on Amazon, and there are 20 other sellers. Can I, as one of the sellers on that listing, run that coupon and dominate the buy box that way because I'm the only seller running the coupon? I've never tested this. Have you?
I don't know about coupons.
Or codes, what we're working on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say coupon. I meant to say this format of running a special. I might try it. And see if that's what happens.
I was going to say I could jump into my account because I know that I got to go find something from my inventory really quick that has multiple sellers on it. I know I have a couple of items.
Because that could really be a game changer if you're on a listing that you are just not getting buy box rotation and you're been priced lower, or just anything that any of us sellers struggle with. Can we do this and then be the only seller doing this and be getting the buy box because of it?
I'm going to say if you buy 2, you get 10% off. Just a moment, I'm filling in the things, and I'll see if it will go through. going to just put like a week out for this sale. Oops. I always click the stupid arrows that close my dashboards. Did I even make it? Yeah, 10% off. No limits, no stacking, show promotion. Okay, I'm just going to run a 10% off. Now this has other people on it. And it went through.
See, this could be a game changer. Did we just have a brilliant idea?
Now the promotion, I can't show it because it wigged out.
That's okay, but that's okay. Check on it later and let me know.
Oh no, I gotta show how this is how Amazon glitches out. So this is now I went in to show you guys my managed promotions and I get success 1-1. Like this is not the table.
Yeah.
It's
right.
Just,
yeah, you just get the glitchy words. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'll have to look at it in 4 hours to see. But yeah, if you buy 2 from me, and there was I think 10 plus sellers on there, you can definitely utilize that.
Now next time we go live, you're going to, and I'll have to try to remember for you, tell us that, wow, my sales really skyrocketed this week doing that on that particular item. So
maybe
test. So yeah, after the show, I think I'm going to do that on a couple of items.
Very cool. Let's see here. Do you use the SKU profitability thing a lot?
All the time.
Yeah.
After the live, you'll have to give me a link to the ASIN.
Okay.
And I will see if you are dominating if you're the suggested seller for me.
Yeah. Okay. I can do that. I can.
This is fun.
Shoot your thing. Here, I'm trying to think if I can share this. Yes, I can. So if you go into the SKU economics of your item, you can see, we use this all the time. If you guys don't, you ought to, especially when I'm looking for, on some of my clients, I'm looking for Halloween. So I'm looking at this sales section to see what we did last year for that SKU, to see how many we need to send in this year, right? Mm-hmm. So you want to go pull before you send in your inventory, like, what did I sell last year during this time? Okay, and we're going to be doing the same for Christmas stuff. So you might be launching a product and you'll be like, well, how many did I sell last month? Okay, let's go take a look. In the last 30 days, we sold 6 units. So how many do I want to send in? Yeah, I love the SKU economics. I've been using that more and more.
All right, you guys. Well,
sorry, hold on.
I think we've covered all of the topics today.
Get in the house, you dogs.
Sounds like her dogs are being naughty.
Them and the neighbor dog. Every day, neighbor dog is arguing with my dogs.
Well, I was just going to say we've covered everything we were going to talk about. So for those of you who hung out with us here and watched this morning, we appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you on the next one.